Welcome to Catholic Daily Mass Readings. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of June, 2026, Wednesday of week 11 in Ordinary Time. Today we celebrate Wednesday of week 11 in Ordinary Time. We are in the season of Ordinary Time. Today's Catholic Mass readings remind us of the importance of living a humble and genuine faith. In the first reading, we see the beautiful relationship between Elijah and Elisha, where Elisha asks to inherit a double share of Elijah's spirit, demonstrating his desire to follow in Elijah's footsteps and serve the Lord. The psalm encourages us to put our hope in the Lord, trusting that He will keep us safe and show us His goodness. The Gospel reading from Matthew teaches us that our good deeds, prayers, and acts of charity should be done with sincerity and humility, without seeking to draw attention to ourselves, and that our reward will come from God, who sees all that is done in secret. A reading from 2 Kings, chapter 2, verses 1 and 6 to 14. This is what happened when the Lord took Elijah up to heaven in the whirlwind. Elijah and Elisha set out from Gilgal. Elijah said, "Elisha, please stay here. The Lord is only sending me to the Jordan." But he replied, "As the Lord lives and as you yourself live, I will not leave you." And they went on together. 50 of the brotherhood of prophets followed them, halting some distance away as the two of them stood beside the Jordan. Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up and struck the water, and the water divided to left and right, and the two of them crossed over dryshod. When they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Make your request. What can I do for you before I am taken from you?" Elisha answered, "Let me inherit a double share of your spirit." "Your request is a difficult one," Elijah said. "If you see me while I am being taken from you, it shall be as you ask. If not, it will not be so." Now as they walked on, talking as they went, a chariot of fire appeared and horses of fire, coming between the two of them, and Elijah went up to heaven in the whirlwind. Elisha saw it, and shouted, "My father! My father! Chariot of Israel and its chargers!" Then he lost sight of him, and taking hold of his clothes he tore them in half. He picked up the cloak of Elijah which had fallen, and went back and stood on the bank of the Jordan. He took the cloak of Elijah and struck the water. "Where is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" he cried. He struck the water, and it divided to right and left, and Elisha crossed over.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6 and 16 to 18. Jesus said to his disciples, "Be careful not to parade your good deeds before men to attract their notice. By doing this you will lose all reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give alms, do not have it trumpeted before you. This is what the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets to win men's admiration. I tell you solemnly, they have had their reward. But when you give alms, your left hand must not know what your right is doing. Your almsgiving must be secret, and your Father who sees all that is done in secret will reward you. And when you pray, do not imitate the hypocrites. They love to say their prayers standing up in the synagogues and at the street corners for people to see them. I tell you solemnly, they have had their reward. But when you pray, go to your private room and, when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in that secret place, and your Father who sees all that is done in secret will reward you. When you fast, do not put on a gloomy look as the hypocrites do. they pull long faces to let men know they are fasting. I tell you solemnly, they have had their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that no one will know you are fasting except your Father who sees all that is done in secret, and your Father who sees all that is done in secret will reward you. Take a moment to reflect. Jesus warns his disciples against doing good deeds just to be seen by others, because if they do, they won't receive any reward from their heavenly Father. Authenticity and genuine humility draw people in and inspire trust, while hypocrisy, pretending to be righteous just to impress others, breeds distrust and pushes people away. Jesus wants his disciples to seek the quiet approval of the Father, not human recognition. True holiness is lived in the hidden presence of God, who sees and rewards what's done in secret. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus highlights almsgiving, prayer, and fasting to show the difference between authentic righteousness and hypocrisy. The religious leaders of the time had turned these sacred acts into performances, seeking human recognition rather than devotion to God. When they gave alms, they made sure everyone knew about it, like blowing a trumpet to announce their generosity. This wasn't about genuine charity, but about self-glorification. Jesus teaches that giving alms should be done in secret, without seeking recognition or praise. He says, when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right is doing, so that your almsgiving may be secret. And your Father who sees in secret will repay you. This is a call to absolute humility and charity, where the goal is to glorify God, not ourselves. Similarly, when the hypocrites prayed, they did it in public places, like synagogues and street corners, to be seen by others. Their goal was public recognition, not communion with God. In contrast, Jesus teaches that authentic prayer happens in the quiet of our inner room, where we can pray to God without seeking to impress anyone else. By living our faith in this way, we can experience true holiness and receive the reward that comes from our Heavenly Father. Let us now still our hearts and turn to God in prayer. Lord, help us to serve you with humble hearts, seeking not human praise but your divine reward. May our good deeds be done in secret, and may our prayers be sincere, so that we may truly please you and receive your blessings. Guide us on the path of genuine faith and selfless love. Thank you for joining us for today's daily Mass readings. God bless you and your family. Subscribe for daily readings, and we will see you tomorrow.